All right, welcome to the third review of the evening. Worth noting that this is the rarefied pre-release review, as this game is planning to be put out in 11 days from time of recording. So, as a consequence, we do not know the final price of this.
I'm home.
We are estimating that it'll be between $10 to $20. But it could be more.
Welcome back.
I suppose we'll follow up on that in about a week and a half here.
How did it go?
Anyway, so with that aside, we've got Hanako's Flower Shop up here. Hanako's Flower Shop is a heartfelt visual novel where you run a flower shop, crafting bouquets using the language of flowers. Listen to the customer's stories, shape Hanako's journey through choices, and navigate her struggle to honor her grandpa's legacy while discovering her own path. So this game was assigned to the Golics for review, so over to him for the details.
So yeah, caveats up front. Unfortunately, or not unfortunately, pleasantly, it is my birthday today. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that until like Friday or yesterday, so I've been busy with some of that related stuff, and did not have as much time to play this game as I usually try to, so I did not get super far. But yes, this is generally a cozy. I don't know if I would call it a visual novel with the amount of shop running in it, although that's not. I didn't encounter any huge pressure with the shop running. It's not like Reciteer, where if you fail, you're going to have your everything taken from you.
I mean, I'm just going by what the Steam page says.
Right. No, well, no. It gets you right in the beginning with, okay, so here, make a bouquet, and then plant some flowers, and then place an order for some more flowers and seeds, etc., etc. The general gameplay loop of the making of the bouquets is generally you are making a bouquet about something. The first one you make is about just a memory that you have, but about other things. And then when you go to make it, you select flowers from a list, and each flower has a couple of keywords for what its meanings are. And you have to make a bouquet that is thematically appropriate. There's no real fancy arranging. They just get grouped together once you've picked the right ones.
Way of telling stories.
But yeah, generally a cute flower. Hanako running a flower shop. She wants to take over the flower shop. Her grandfather is running it currently. Her parents are off elsewhere doing important work.
Oh, all right. I'll tell you once more.
This is pretty fully voice acted. It has English and Ukrainian, both voice and text options. And it has selectable volume separately for pretty much every character in the game. A little bit annoyingly, it does not have any video resolution options. Only you can change which monitor it's on, and you can make it windowed, but if you make it windowed, it's still full screen size. So I wasn't able to even reach the corners to try to shrink it manually. But it didn't seem to be working when I put it down low and tried to grab the top. It didn't do an arrow. So it's possible that the graphics are not particularly scalable for some reason. Honestly, the thing that really jumps out to me about this is, as you might have noticed, I said a few minutes ago, the language options are English and Ukrainian. This seems to be by a Ukrainian outfit, I believe.
Yes.
Other than that, this game is trying to be quite Japanese. All of the character names are Japanese.
What is it,
It was a little bit of a noticeable clash. Not like bad, but
What's your
Well,
I don't know.
so
I
I made it
noticed it,
come
and
true.
the voice acting also
You wanted a flower
not
shop
super
more than
amazing, though it's serviceable.
Grandpa,
What, sweet?
will you teach me?
And again, it's full voice
If you
acting,
want,
so that
then sure. Is it interesting
could
for
be
you?
considered good,
This is my dream. I want it
as
very
long as you
much,
don't mind it.
more than
I didn't
anything.
mind it. It was just like I noticed there was something that was a little bit unusual. And yeah, that's most of what I got with it. It's the
And I help you at the shop.
gameplay system seems like would be pretty easy to get into a flow with as you were going along, but it's a bit slow to start.
I see.
And there were some times where
I definitely will.
I don't know, maybe I just didn't think to put. I think there are some like
I thought back to the days
dialogue
when I
scenes where
asked
you
you,
have
remember?
less.
We were at a
Of course I remember.
You can't access the
So
menu as
small,
easily.
Yet so excited.
I'm
about
not
shopping.
remembering now because the way you access the main menu is that pause button.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Also, I'm noticing
And
there's
I do-
not an auto option for text scroll.
I don't believe there is. That is something that you would usually like in a
You grew up far too
visual
soon,
novel.
Hanako.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, So yeah, overall, I would rate this probably as a cautious, good attempt, like decent game. I would, if you're into the idea of
single step.
shop running game and visual novel and a cozy style game, I'd say probably give it a shot.
Anyway,
But it could be a little bit more polished, I think. Do you guys have any questions or any other inputs?
How elaborate is the flower arranging?
I mean, Petty
And
just
are you-
got to it if you want to look at it.
Yeah.
It's you're pretty much, you select a number of you have an inventory of flowers, which you to replace that you can either buy more or you have a garden where you plant seeds and then they grow up over a few days. And then when you're making a bouquet, I don't know if it ever gets more than 6 slots. I didn't. So you're choosing up to 6 flowers that have meanings appropriate for the reason you're crafting the bouquet.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, there's no actual arranging them. It's just choosing what goes into the thing. They just get automatically folded into a bunch when you're done.
No, it's
And I
not.
suppose a question that
you
I
can't
have.
use more than one of the same
What if
flower,
I
although
replaced this flower and then
I don't recommend trying to use just all of the same flower.
let's
That's
go step by step.
Right.
No, it's not right. What if I replace
Anyway,
this?
as I was saying,
Well,
I suppose a question that I
let's go step
also
by
have
step.
that I think only the developer could answer is how
No,
realistic
it's
is the
not right.
language of flowers
What
being
if I
used here?
replaced
Like,
this flower
you know,
with-
are they
Yeah,
drawing?
unfortunately, I'm not super knowledgeable about like the ones that I do know seemed to be correct, but that's like 3 or 4, and there's like 12 flowers.
Right. Yeah.
There's room
Because
for
that is
improvement.
an actual thing with a very storied history,
Mm-hmm.
you know, especially with certain marginalized communities.
Let's go to the garden and check out.
Let's go.
But that is probably beyond the scope of what this game's trying to do.
Oh.
Anyway,
some of them can
anything
already
else?
print.
I think that's really about all I had to say.
All right. All right, then. So that'll about do it for Hanako's Flower Shop here. Be sure to tune in after the break as we review Bundle of Joy.